Now, as the Liberal Party has drifted to the left, many Conservatives and even Christians have moved to a minor party called the Libertarians. While its small government charter is attractive, Libertarian political philosophy is deeply flawed, in my opinion. It is based on the idea that people should be free to do whatever they want if it doesn't hurt others. It's a philosophy of radical individual autonomy, which leads to euthanasia and other harmful policies. To freedom lovers, this all seems fine on the surface, but the reality is none of us are an island. Dangerous libertarian philosophy played out in the Victorian Parliament last week when the Libertarian Party Upper House MP David Limbrick teamed up with Labor, the Greens and the Legalised Cannabis Party to legalise pill testing at youth music festivals. Now, despite the Liberals' increasingly anti-family stances on gender and issues of human rights for unborn babies, to their credit, the Victorian Liberals voted against Labor's pill testing laws. Now, the heroic assumption and the message the Victorian government and the Libertarians are now sending to young people is that if the government tests your drugs, taking them is fine. There's no other way to spin it. The cognitive dissonance of these politicians has them insisting drugs will remain illegal, but at the same time sending the mixed message about addictive and deadly substances. Drugs are a terrible curse, and no one wants to see kids die at a music festival because of a shoddily made e-pill. But just because the criminal gangs who brew the synthetic cocktails in dirty garage labs sometimes get the dosage wrong, doesn't that mean the ones the government tests and that pass the government tests are as harmless as lollies? What the libertarian right and the radical left get wrong, though, is their lack of concern for the many, many more kids who will become addicted to drugs and die over the long term because of the normalisation of drugs. They might prevent some tragedies in the short term, in the name of freedom, but the real solution is to continue the war on drugs, not to capitulate. Anyone who follows the libertarian right and the radical left knows pill testing is just the start. They want to go a whole lot further and make drugs more readily available, particularly cannabis, which induces psychosis and is an extremely harmful gateway drug. Now, Family First is fighting for parents who want their kids protected from drugs, not to have them sanctioned by the government. Government should go after the gangs who produce and push drugs to our kids, not encourage this illicit trade. Kids caught up in drugs should be treated compassionately and given every chance to rehabilitate, with the criminal justice system as a last resort for them. The government shouldn't be testing their pills and saying that drugs are okay.